Do you find yourself sitting down to work only to be pulled away by a notification, a stray thought, or a sudden urge to do something else? You are not alone. In a world overflowing with information, the ability to truly focus has become a modern-day superpower. But for many of us, that power feels just out of reach. We blame ourselves for a lack of discipline, for being easily distracted, but the truth is often more complex. The problem isn't always a personal failing. It's a mismatch between our ancient brains and our hyper-modern world. Today, we will explore the real reasons why you can't focus. And more importantly, we will outline clear, actionable steps to help you reclaim your attention and unlock your true potential. This isn't about quick hacks or empty motivation. This is about understanding the mechanics of your mind and redesigning your environment and your habits for deep, uninterrupted concentration. So, let's begin by understanding the enemies of focus. They fall into two primary categories: external distractions and internal turmoil. First, let's address the most obvious culprit: our external environment. Your phone is likely the biggest saboteur of your focus. Every buzz, every ping, every notification is a carefully engineered interruption. These apps are designed by teams of experts to capture and hold your attention, often for the benefit of advertisers. The constant stream of novel information triggers a dopamine release in your brain, creating a cycle of distraction and reward. You seek the next hit, and your ability to concentrate on a single, important task pays the price. Beyond your phone, your physical workspace can also be a minefield of distractions. A cluttered desk, an uncomfortable chair, or a noisy environment all contribute to what psychologists call a high cognitive load. Your brain has to expend energy just to filter out these discomforts, leaving less mental bandwidth for the actual work you need to do. Working from a couch or in a busy cafe might seem appealing, but it often sends mixed signals to your brain about the purpose of your time. The second, and often more challenging category of distractions comes from within. You can be in a perfectly quiet room with your phone switched off and still find your mind wandering. Why? Because of internal turmoil. One of the primary internal distractors is a lack of clarity. If you are not crystal clear on what you are supposed to be working on and why it matters, your brain will naturally seek something more stimulating or less ambiguous. Vague goals like work on the project are invitations for procrastination. Your mind doesn't know where to start, so it drifts. It looks for an easier, more clearly defined task, like checking your email. Next, we have mental and physical fatigue. We often treat our focus as an infinite resource, but it's more like a muscle. It gets tired. If you haven't had enough quality sleep, your brain's prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for executive functions like concentration and decision-making, is severely impaired. Similarly, a poor diet, high in sugar and processed foods, can lead to energy crashes that make sustained focus nearly impossible. Dehydration, even on a minor level, has been shown to significantly impact cognitive performance. Finally, there is the powerful undercurrent of stress and anxiety. When you are worried about finances, relationships, or future uncertainties, your brain's threat detection system, the amygdala, becomes overactive. It constantly scans for danger, making it incredibly difficult to settle your mind into a state of calm, focused attention. You can't concentrate on a spreadsheet when a part of your brain believes you are under threat. So, how do we fix this? How do we build our capacity for deep focus? It starts with a conscious and strategic approach. First, you must ruthlessly manage your external environment. This is not about willpower, it is about architecture. Design a space that signals focus to your brain. Have a dedicated workspace, even if it's just a corner of a room. Keep it clean and organized. Most importantly, create a fortress against digital distractions. When it's time to work, put your phone in another room, or use an app that blocks distracting websites and notifications. Schedule specific times to check email and social media, rather than letting them interrupt you throughout the day. This simple act of creating separation is profoundly effective. Second, bring absolute clarity to your tasks. Before you begin any work session, take 5 minutes to define exactly what you want to accomplish. Don't just write "work on report." Draft the first 2 sections of the Q3 report. focusing on data from the sales team. A specific, measurable goal gives your mind a clear target. It eliminates the friction of uncertainty and makes it easier to start and maintain momentum. Break large projects down into small, manageable tasks that you can complete in a single session. Third, you must manage your energy, not just your time. Prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality rest per night. It is the foundation upon which your focus is built. Pay attention to your nutrition. Fuel your brain with whole foods, healthy fats, and proteins. And stay hydrated. Keep a bottle of water on your desk at all times. Furthermore, respect your brain's natural rhythms of concentration. The Pomodoro technique, for instance, is effective because it embraces these rhythms. Work in focused sprints of 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. This prevents burnout and keeps your mind fresh. Finally, learn to manage your internal state. If you are feeling stressed or anxious, it is futile to simply command yourself to focus. You must first address the underlying emotion. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful tools for this. Just a few minutes of focused breathing can calm your nervous system and bring your attention back to the present moment. If your mind wanders during a task, don't criticize yourself. Gently and non-judgmentally guide it back to the work at hand. This practice, over time, strengthens your attentional muscle. Reclaiming your focus is not a one-time fix. It is a continuous practice of aligning your intentions, your environment, and your habits. It requires you to be the architect of your day, not a passive victim of distraction. Start small. Pick one strategy we've discussed today and implement it consistently. Perhaps it's putting your phone in another room for 1 hour each day. Or maybe it's defining your top 3 tasks before you begin your work. The ability to concentrate is the bedrock of accomplishment. It is the skill that allows you to learn, to create, and to contribute your best work to the world. The distractions will always be there, but they do not have to win. By understanding why you lose focus, and by systematically addressing those reasons, you can build a life of profound concentration and meaningful achievement. Your attention is your most valuable asset. It's time to protect it.